Okay, here we have a chance to double up, but instead of going right at the ball and the player, we end up going behind our teammate, our defender, which ruins the chance, and it's not exactly a double up. We send two out, they send one in. So we want to make sure, well, here we go. So the ball's played in, there it is, up high. And there's Tatiana or someone moving out when they should be moving back to cover the goal line. If you're not involved in the header, you want to get back and cover the goal line. Otherwise, we have a risk of getting scored on. This is just a great sequence. We win possession. Savi has enough intelligence to see pressure, play a one-touch back to a teammate who cracks a nice shot. Just about scores. Catches the keeper off her line. Nicely done. Okay, we have throwing here, and my concern is we have three of our four defenders in a really tight area and not in the goal scoring area. So we have to be careful. We keep our second and third, or third and fourth defender in the goal scoring area, not too far towards the ball. Okay, here we have a left winger that's in too tight, and what Micah needs is a left winger that's wide that pulls a defender out so there's a gap to play the ball through so that we can get them behind their back four. If the winger's in too tight, they draw the defender in too tight, and there's no gap, there's no hole, and it makes it very difficult for us to get in. Really good midfield shape here. Ball's over here. Paige is drifted away by herself behind where there's tons of space. So now she gets it, facing the field, lots of time to observe, be patient, wait for something good. So she's looking hard, and she makes a very composed, she stays composed, doesn't panic. And at the last second, something really good opens up, and she plays a great give and go. That's some good football there. We're in the last 2 minutes of the game. This is where we want to get this ball wide, or we have gotten it wide. Now, Sydney, or whoever, we just want to go straight into the corner, dribble, push it into the corner, make him kick it out of bounds, make him foul us, kill the clock. Get it as far away from our goal as you can. And you were on your way, Sydney. This is where you could have gone straight into the corner. But you chose to turn back, getting closer to our goal, closer to the ball's now going towards their team and a lot of their players. So if we lose it, they have a chance to come at our goal again, where we want to eliminate all those chances late in the game. Okay guys, let's take a look at Tati's speed here. Well, maybe we're looking at that sweeper speed. At least Tati whacked her.
Okay, this is a good example of when you need to drop to draw a foul. Allison gets fouled, she drops, draws a foul. If you don't drop, you don't get the
did this
foul.
on purpose, but this is a great way to draw, to get the call. When they hit you, you go to the ground. If you do not go to the ground, you're not going to get the call with these referees. She got the call. Good job. Okay, this worked out well. However, when they have two, we really can't run this play. We can try to run it. Second thing is, Chelsea, when you touch this ball, don't move it. Because when you move it, she has to readjust her positioning. It could be a problem. If you just tap it, she can kick it one touch, or she can pass it or dribble it. Okay, so they have a throw in on this side of the field. So Allison is our right wing, and she's walking over here. I think she forgot that she's right wing, and she thinks she's right back. I give her a shout. She cleans it up, but we want that right wing to be in this space. See that giant space there? That's an opportunity for them to get out and become dangerous. So we close it off by having our right wing on that side of the field. These guys are of no danger because the ball is so far over there. Let's take a look. There we go. Now we cover the space. Now it's hard for them to get out, and we can start the counterattack. Holding midfielders. This is why we want you in this space, because as you can see, as Paige holds her area, she could even scoot over a little bit more. However, we're able to get out here. You're going to see how we're able to get out because she's disciplined in holding her shape in between the back line and the strikers so that we can switch it and move into open space and get away from pressure. There it is. Okay, Savannah. This is why we love you. You're a great target. We can play it into you, you can hold it, you can take on defenders. In this situation, you may be held to just a little bit too long. You had a couple players maybe could have slid it to, but really valuable the ability to hold this ball with tough players around you in a dangerous area of the field. Let's take a look. Go, baby. Here we go. Your elusiveness dribbling is really, really important and valuable for us. So we still hold possession here, but you've done a great job. Look at all the numbers of players they have here. The only way to beat that is to draw a man like you did, beat a player or two, and then slide it through to an open player. Great job. Number 19 is one of their most dangerous weapons. She's has decent speed, not great speed, but she's very big and she uses her body well. She's fouled a lot during this game. So what we want to be able to do is each time she fouls, mention something to the referee. That's foul number 1 on 19. That's foul number 2. That's the third time she's fouled us. That's number 19. So you put it in his head that she's fouling too much, and that leads to a yellow card, which reduces her fouls and her style of play. Watch this. So you can see she overuses her shoulder and her hips, and she's a bull, and so you have to really be dramatic about it sometimes and get the referee's attention, or he'll let this go on too long in the game as it happened in this particular game. She should have gotten a yellow card much earlier after like 3 or 4 of these fouls. But sometimes the referees lose track of who's fouling who, and we have to remind them. Okay, here we have a free kick. And as you can see, we've got lots. Let me turn this down. We have lots of time to think about what we can do. So what we want to do, instead of just standing here looking forward, we want to stand and look, see, are there any other opportunities here to go short, to pull them out, to get closer to goal? Okay, there's lots of time here. Arian's all by herself. She's on her left foot. Well, this ball would be difficult for her right foot, but she's got time to maybe get a little bit closer, maybe lure a player or two out. So that's what we want to look for. We want to always be on the lookout for an opportunity to get a better free kick, to get a closer free kick, to get a free kick where we draw some defenders out. We're making a sub here, but it's plenty of time for us all to be thinking, where are they exposed? Where can we take advantage of them? Okay, so do we just play into their numbers, or do we play short, draw a couple players out before we play it in? Okay, holding midfielders. There's a huge space right in here. This is where we want you to float. Someone's got it floating here, because the minute we win possession, you're going to be a great option to get out and get away from pressure. Let's play it forward. So we win possession, we're over here, but we still don't have anybody that can really give us an outlet away from the pressure. Here we get the throw in, and we're walking towards a black jersey. We don't want to walk towards a black jersey because we can't play you a ball into your movement when there's a black jersey there. So we want to hold back in here, get the ball away from the black jerseys, lure them out before we go in.
Hold your ground there, hold your ground, Allison. Stay, Allison. Allison, stay!
I don't get why this was a yellow card. Makes no sense at all. Here's an example of an Iron Woman player, midfielder that gets back and covers an outside right back. Just freaking hard work. Nice job. So we're missing a right back. All of a sudden, here comes our holding midfielder, Page, to get back there and cover Chelsea. Nicely done. That's what wins championships, ladies. Good, hard defensive play. Time after time, I saw the Richland coaches via this video on the sidelines making these crazy hand signals. Can you tell what this means? I've seen both coaches doing this over and over again. I'm not really sure what the heck they're trying to say. Okay, they're taking the goal kick, and once again, Miss Pond, Micah Pond, wins the header. It's amazing how many headers she won in this game. So valuable to be able to judge that ball, win that header. Good job, Miss Pond. One of the big keys to successful soccer is being able to put pressure on the opponent. Opponents have a hard time controlling the ball and executing their passes when there's a lot of defensive pressure. And so, as you can see here, we had quite a bit of pressure on the ball, players not giving up, and it leads to them sending a long ball that we win. Pressure there, pressure there, pressure there, pressure there, closing down on him. Play back, pressure there. He's forced to hit a long ball because you just can't find any other options. And we end up winning possession. Great job, ladies. Here's an example of a little gamesmanship. We have a free kick. They try to throw it back. Alex says, "in your face," and puts it back up front to defend our honor. Good job, Alex. Because we don't need to take no crap from nobody. She throws it back. Alex throws it back up there, says, "in your face." And it turns out being a yellow card for the other girl, who was a pain in our thorn anyway. And she's the 19, creating foul after foul after foul. There's the yellow card. This was a nice job by Arian and Taylor connecting to clear it out. When in doubt, clear it out. Don't worry about possession. Just get rid of the danger. Good job. Okay, this is very professional, but very scary. This is a cross that Alex nods back to her goalkeeper. Nice nod back, Alex, and nice pick up, Gabby, but be very careful, because you're going to give me a heart attack. Beautiful. Just make sure we're all on the same page with that. Okay, Savi, this is great stuff. Holding possession, sliding a nice through ball. Let's take a look. Under pressure, beating a couple players, sliding a nice through ball. And then their key player wins it, cuts up the line, and between you and Layla, you put a hard tackle on her. Let her know we're here to play in a safe area where they can't hurt us with a free kick. Really a good, hard, aggressive message. Nice job. Okay. Okay. Here's an example of 2 on the ball. Only 1 defender. They're ripe for this play. Let's see how it works out. Chelsea runs over it, makes it live. Okay, Zeta. You've got time. You don't need to rush it. She's chasing that player. You can just take your time, let things develop, and play it in, or you can dribble it closer. You choose to play it in, but you rushed a little bit, and because of that, you got a little anxiety, and you hit a bad ball. So relax, stay composed. You got plenty of time to think about it. This was a great little combination in a tight area. Starts with Zeta receiving the ball from Taylor. Slides a nice ball through. Look at the numbers forward we get. That's awesome. 4 or 5 numbers getting forward. Great shot on goal. Great chance. Okay, it's goal kick. As you can see, we have a nice tight shape. That's the way we want it. If it's not on to play wide on either side, then we want a nice tight shape so that if a second ball is won and put into one of their strikers, we have a good defensive line. Here's a very nice run by Miss Molina. Use her body well. Use her speed well. Eventually gets the ball taken, but a nice run. And here we have a nice follow-up by one of our midfielders who gets back, doubles up, ends up winning the ball. Is it one of you wanting to say that? I'm sorry, Chelsea. Zeta gets back, wins the ball, helps win the ball, starts the next attack. Okay, we have a throw on this side. As you can see, there's a giant space here, nobody in it. So I'm going to call Tatiana to drop back into space. As we sub Salma, Paige is going to come on and trade places with Tatiana. But it's critical that we have a holding midfielder or someone that sees this giant space and drops away from all the black jerseys in this space so that we can play away from the pressure and pull them out before we go on the attack. Take a look. There goes Paige. There goes Tatiana being pulled back in there. Take the throw. Here's another great example of teamwork. We have a holding midfielder pressuring, and we have a right wing that's close, and because she's close, she comes back and doubles up, makes a huge impact on defending. Here comes Molina, and she gets back there, doubles up, helps defend, helps us win the ball. Good job.